Hello YouTube, in this tutorial we're going to be talking about how to use responsive web design when building web pages so that your website can be shrunk down on different displays and still have the same effect and appearance. So let's start off today by creating a new index.html file. So we'll just do new file from template. We're just working in Komodo, so any web development tool will work fine. And then we'll just create an HTML5 document, and I'm going to place this in my XAMPP folder, but it's not required. This can just be on your desktop if you'd like. And we'll put this right inside the htdocs folder. We'll hit OK. We're going to call this index.html. So we'll go ahead and we'll open that, and we'll call this responsive web design. And so currently this page is blank, and it would look the same on almost any browser, but when we start filling in content with static width, things just start to look bad. So let's create a div. Let's call this main. And then inside our main div here, we'll just have some paragraph tags saying, hello, this is our content. And now this is a very vanilla page. We can just see in our browser preview, it's just some simple text. So what we're going to do is we'll create some CSS and we'll center that. So let's create a new file. We'll create a new file from template, and we'll do CSS. And let's just call this style.css, and this will be our main style sheet. So let's change the background color. Let's make it F2, F2, F2. And then our main, change our color to do gray. Now if we go back and view this, you can see that it hasn't been linked up yet. So we'll just create link, well, and that'll be a style sheet. And then type of text CSS, and then it'll be linking to style.css, and this will be the main style sheet. So you can see here that our background color has been applied, and we can see the text in the bottom here that says hello, this is our content. So this will be our base CSS, so most everything on the website will be styled using our base CSS, but our desktop is going to look different than our mobile version. So we want to create those as well. Let's create a new, we'll create a file from template, and this will be our desktop.css. We'll hit open, and now we'll say that the main div that we set up here, we'll say that this will have a width of about 900 pixels, and it'll have a background of, we'll say, we'll do F. And so that'll just create a white background on our main div, so we don't even need that piece of code. And we now have to link this, so let's create another link. That'll be a style sheet as well. Type of text CSS, and then we want to say media. We want to say screen, and it has to have a minimum width of 900 pixels in order to look good on this screen. And then we'll just link it to our desktop.css. There we go, we've just linked up our new desktop.css style sheet. So let's take a look at this in a real browser here. We'll go to 127.0.0.1, and we can see here that our CSS has let's say margin. Sorry, I forgot to center it. And let's give it a border too. 1 pixel solid. 1 pixel black border. And we can see here that our CSS has been applied. Before it wasn't as evident, but now we can definitely see that our CSS has been applied. And when you shrink this window, we get our main CSS because the style sheet's only being applied when that window is of that current size. So we used to see this a lot in the in CSS2, where things like printing pages would be styled, but this will allow us to style the actual browser's view. Let's make this background something more evident. We'll do there we go, that's something a little bit more dark. Now let's say that we wanted a mobile site to look different than our desktop site. So let's create a new document, and then this will just be another CSS. We'll call this mobile.css. We'll hit open, and instead our main will be a width of 90% of the screen, and then it'll be centered as well. This could even go in our style.css because it'll be applied across all pages. And then our background will be blue. Just use literal text, and then our color will be white. Not the best choice of colors, but it'll work. And we'll want to link up our CSS sheet. So let's create a new link here, and this will also be a style sheet. The reason I'm not copying and pasting is because when we get to the media section, we want to change in desktop versions we had min width. It's actually going to be max width with our mobile device. And I'll explain that soon after this. See here how it's max width instead of min width? Well, that's because it has to have a maximum width. The actual screen size has to be maximum width of 480 pixels. And so now we open this back up, we can see our same page with desktop. We expand it, and then when we condense it, it goes back to normal. But now if we get below 480 pixels, we'll get that style sheet that we just had. And so this is what it would look like on a mobile version. This is what it would look like on a screen that's less than 900 pixels in width. And then this is what it would look like on a desktop view. So what media queries allow you to do is it's very useful in the sense that the designer doesn't have to go through and then redirect the user to a mobile site. They can just write all their content and change how that content appears based on the user's browsing device. So that'll allow you to change many styles of the user's web browsing experience. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked, please comment, rate, or subscribe. Thank you.